Hi everyone. It is Tuesday, November something. 19? 19. Hi, I just wanted to give you guys an update. So, still on pain medication that helps with the rib pain and the nerve pain. Still trying to get used to that. Apparently my body will level itself out, but it hasn't yet. Jeff has done an amazing job of taking care of me over the weekend. He just gave me my meds when I needed my meds, and I just spent a lot of time in bed, which was wonderful. We got Nintendo Switch because we need something to do these days. Something that I can do with Eden that I don't have to move around a lot because it's sore and I'm not supposed to move around a lot. And she was over the moon. And she keeps praying for a puppy. And since we're not getting a puppy, we thought that was the next best thing. You don't have to walk this or feed it. Okay, focus. So I went to my natural oncologist yesterday, who I had the first time around. He's excellent. I'm able to take in different studies that I've been reading and different new things out there. And he does a really good job at listening. And he stays open. And I talked to him about ivermectin and two other animal drugs, which are people drugs too. And he said, you're actually the third person who's come into my office this month talking about it. Because all of a sudden there's a few more studies that have come out about it and just the positive impact it has on cancer cell death, which is amazing. And so he's going to get me started on a few little things. But he said, I asked him about my rib, and I said, is this a really bad thing? And he's like, well, it's not good to break a rib, but it's not a terrible thing because the radiation that I'm going to have, which I don't want to have still, but I don't have oodles of money to do other things. Radiation and the chemo, so I'm on one chemo, so the radiation will help with the rib pain and help it to heal too. I'm not exactly sure. He said it's not the end of the world. You don't need to panic and figure everything out right now. You just need to do the radiation and then take your chemo drugs. So that was a big relief because I thought, I don't know what it is like to break a rib. You think that's pretty bad when you're putting on your seatbelts. But he said, no, it's okay. It happens. He goes, sometimes I see people come in walkers because they can't walk at all. And then within a couple of months of being on the medication, on the chemo and radiation, then they are up walking around. So he said, just get that part done. And then you can focus on the alternative health part of things. He's going to get me started with a few things. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah. The other exciting thing was I reached out to a doctor in Alberta, who's an oncologist, who's also a radiologist, who's not practicing anymore because of controversial things that he doesn't agree with. And so he is kind of running his own, we can't call it a practice, but he's able to give strategies and I can't remember what he didn't call it prescriptions. Anyway, it's great because he's been doing a lot of research. He had a very successful oncology clinic before the Trudeau government came into power. And so he's got a lot of knowledge and a lot of people behind him. And he just wrote a paper on ivermectin and some other stuff. So that's great. So I have an appointment with him. He already gave me the prescription. Then 2 weeks, I'll have an appointment with him. And then in 3 months, I'll have an appointment with him. So it's really great. So that's very positive. If you guys could pray for two things for me. One, that I get used to these pain pills. Actually, that just, my rib would really start to heal. I get really, like, as you can tell, I get really, like, my eyes get really weirdly tired and sore in my body. And I get some nausea, not overwhelming, not like the first time around. Just pray that I get used to these things and that my rib and the nerve heal. That I don't have my radiation schedule yet, that I would get that today. And also our second chemo drug that I'm supposed to take is just being tied up with the wonderful insurance company because they do not want to fork out the $7,000 for 21 days. I wouldn't either. So they are making us go through a lot of red tape, and then the hospital filled a few papers out wrong and blah, blah, blah. So if you guys could just pray that that comes quickly so I could start taking it. I know it's all in God's timing, and I'm actually not freaking out about it. Just if you could pray for that. And that's it. A really awesome answer to prayer this week was that being on heavy medication and breaking my rib while I was putting my seatbelt on, I can't drive. And I didn't really know what to do about Eden getting to school. And Sharon at school offered to drive her home. Or actually, I think I asked her, and she was, because she had offered before. So she's driving her home. She lives right up the street. And then Eden's classmate's mom just happened to email me on Sunday or text me and say, hey, do you need rides to school? And I said, you know what? This would be amazing. Thank you so much. It was an answer to prayer that I didn't even have to pray. God takes care of his people, folks. If you don't know that yet, trust in him and you will see it happen. Okay, so I am definitely feeling much better than I did last week. And again, I'll update you soon when I get my radiation schedule and how all that's going. I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.